Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us once again. Today, we'll be delving into the story that teaches us valuable lessons about faith, perseverance, and the power of miracles. So, without further ado, let's begin our journey. Once upon a time, when Jesus embarked on his mission to enlighten the people by the banks of the majestic river Jordan, a group of enthusiastic young men gravitated towards him, becoming his loyal followers and devoted disciples. Among these dedicated souls were Andrew, John, Peter, Philip, and Nathanael. While Jesus imparted his teachings in the vicinity of Jerusalem and Samaria, these steadfast men remained faithfully by his side. However, upon his arrival in Galilee, they returned to their humble dwellings and resumed their daily toils as hard-working fishermen of the Sea of Galilee. One bright morning, shortly after Jesus reached the enchanting town of Capernaum, he ventured out of the bustling city, strolling along the picturesque shoreline. A vast multitude had assembled, eagerly flocking to witness his presence and drink in his words of wisdom. Resting upon the shore were two sturdy fishing boats, one belonging to Simon and Andrew, and the other to James, John, and their father Zebedee. Though the fishermen themselves were not aboard the boats, they diligently attended to their nets nearby, meticulously washing away the remnants of their labor. With great purpose, Jesus stepped into Simon Peter's boat, beckoning him and his brother Andrew to gently push it away from the shore, creating a bit of distance between himself and the thronging crowds. Seizing the oars, they skillfully propelled the boat onto the tranquil waters, providing Jesus with a makeshift pulpit from which to address the eager listeners assembled on the sandy beach. After the conclusion of his heartfelt discourse and the dispersal of the crowd, Jesus turned to Simon Peter and uttered the following words: "Navigate towards the depths, my dear Simon, and cast your nets into the vast expanse of water, for a bountiful catch awaits you." "Master," Simon responded, "we toiled tirelessly throughout the night, yet our efforts proved fruitless. However, if it is your desire, I shall cast the net once more." In obedience to Jesus' instruction, they cast the net into the shimmering waters. Lo and behold, a miraculous occurrence transpired. The net ensnared such a multitude of fish that Simon and Andrew strained to pull it back to the boat's sanctuary. The net groaned under the weight of the abundant catch, threatening to rupture and lose the treasured spoils. Sensing the urgency of the situation, Simon and Andrew motioned to the other two brothers, James and John, who were aboard the second boat, urging them to come and assist in the endeavor. Responding swiftly, James and John hurried to their aid, skillfully hoisting the net and emptying its contents, a profusion of fish that inundated both boats, causing them to teeter precariously on the verge of sinking. Overwhelmed by this awe-inspiring spectacle, Simon Peter stood in sheer wonder, struck by the realization that it was the divine power of God at work before his very eyes. Falling to his knees in reverence, he beseeched Jesus, proclaiming, "O Lord, I am but a mere sinner, undeserving of such miracles. Depart from me, O Lord." However, Jesus, emanating compassion and reassurance, addressed Simon and his fellow disciples, declaring, "Fear not, my dear friends, but rather, join me on this sacred journey. From this moment forward, you shall become not only fishermen of fish but also fishers of men." And so it was that from that transformative moment, these four men, Simon, Andrew, James, and John, abandoned their nets and vocations, embracing a new purpose as devoted disciples of Jesus. On a subsequent Sabbath, Jesus, accompanied by his loyal disciples, ventured to the local synagogue, where he shared his profound teachings with the assembled congregation. The listeners were astounded and captivated by his words, for unlike the scribes who merely regurgitated the wisdom of bygone eras, Jesus spoke with authority, proclaiming his own name and channeling divine power. With each declaration commencing with, "I say unto you," he embodied the very voice of God, establishing an unbreakable connection with those who listened. During one such Sabbath sermon, a man tormented by an evil spirit made a sudden appearance in the sacred sanctuary. At times, these malevolent spirits took hold of individuals, residing within them and using their voices as vessels for their wicked proclamations. The evil spirit within the afflicted man cried out in a chilling voice, "Leave us be, thou Jesus of Nazareth! What concern have we with thee? Have you come to eradicate our existence? I recognize you, the Holy One of God." Fearlessly confronting the evil spirit, Jesus commanded with authority, "Be silent! Depart from this man!" In an act of defiance, the malevolent spirit convulsed the man's body, seemingly intent on rending him asunder. However, as commanded by Jesus, the spirit relented, leaving the man sprawled on the ground, unharmed and liberated. A profound sense of wonder enveloped the entire congregation. Fear gripped their hearts as they marveled at the power of Jesus' words, exclaiming, "What potent utterances are these? This man speaks even to the malevolent spirits, and they bow before his authority." After the synagogue gathering, Jesus sought refuge in the humble abode where Simon Peter resided. It was there that he discovered Simon's wife's mother confined to her bed, tormented by a scorching fever. Jesus approached her with gentle compassion, placing his hand upon her fevered brow. In an instant, the fever abated, releasing her from its torment, and she rose from her sick bed, restored to health, eager to serve her esteemed guests. As the radiant sun descended below the horizon, signaling the conclusion of the sacred Sabbath, people from every corner of the city flocked to Jesus, carrying with them the sick and those plagued by malevolent spirits. With unwavering compassion, Jesus laid his hands upon the infirm, invoking miraculous healing upon their bodies. With a mere word, he expelled the evil spirits, silencing their venomous tongues, and denying them a platform from which to spew their darkness. Thank you for joining us today. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this story of inspiration with others. Until next time, may your faith be unwavering and your path be filled with miracles. Goodbye.